Hello, it's Scott Manley here with episode 30 of XCOM 2.
In order to analyze the alien psionic gateway we recovered, we will need to make the appropriate modifications to the shadow chamber first. The aliens have considerable resources at their disposal, but we've still managed to do reasonably well against them, despite our own limitations.
Well, I'd say that's more or less thanks to the general badassery of the team that we've recruited. Unfortunately, despite upgrading the shadow chamber, apparently I still need to spend supplies to actually do the research on the Psionic Gate.
With the loss of this unusual artifact, Commander. I trust you will work to uncover its purpose.
Well, that buys us some breathing room. Enough time to make contact with Western Europe.
The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander.
The alien data cache appears to be a physical storage device. Yay, and we get instant autopsy for chrysalids.
Presumably, the name chrysalid derives from assumptions made previously about the creature's unusual means of reproduction. Although rumors have long prevailed about the existence of zombies created as a byproduct of the chrysalid gestation, recent reports seem to indicate a new, equally disturbing means of propagating their species.
Well, at least equal implies not worse.
Even my own intellectual curiosity is not enough to overcome my doubts as to whether or not it was really a wise decision for our troops to bring this particular specimen on board the ship.
Chrysalid autopsy, codename Chrysalis. An inherently terrifying and unpleasant species to encounter by surprise. I can only admire our troops for their courage in dealing with the species known as chrysalid. Mirroring the general form of a common arthropod, immediately noticeable is the sleek, armoured exoskeleton protecting its segmented body. Of particular concern for our troops are the honed points of the chrysalid's fangs and legs, capable of inflicting critical injuries of their own. Yay, now we get the Hell Weave. I'm not sure that's particularly useful. It will basically set fire to anything attempting to melee attack me. Now, what do we want to research? Sectopods, gatekeepers, Andromedons, or my facility lead? Berserkers or gatekeepers? I don't know which one. They all seem equally meh. Let's go for the sectopod. I think that's more reliable.
From what I've been told, our troops took to calling this large robotic unit a sectopod, under the initial assumption that it was being controlled by a sectoid pilot. On closer inspection, we can see that is not the case. Not unlike the mechanized Advent units, which were likely derived from the sectopod itself. This machine seems to be entirely autonomous.
Maybe the pilot is just really small and you haven't found it yet. Anyway, we're gonna keep talking to Europe. You know, there's this new social network called Mitomo. It's for, Nintendo fans, and it's a great way to keep in touch with your friends. And we figured you guys might wanna join in. You can pick your clothes and yeah, there's lots of cool people on there. So you wanna join the Resistance Mitomo network, right?
Resistance.
No? Well, I'm sure we'll find some social network that we actually care about. Anyway, can't dilly-dally, we've got Western Africa to contact first.
We've utilized all of our available communications capacity. We can't establish any new contacts until we upgrade our systems.
You know, Shan, I think I've heard you say that before on more than one occasion.
Got an urgent communication coming in for you now, Commander.
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander. I hope that your ongoing efforts will only lead to further success.
Well, as long as you keep paying me, I'll keep bringing home the bacon, or at least bringing home the corpses. So, Dark Events, we do not have enough intel to unlock that last one, so we have no idea what it'll be until it hits us. But we do get a big pile of supplies, which will be
Commander,
very
we need to completely
nice.
scan this region before we can establish contact with the local resistance. I'd advise we stick around and finish the job, but the choice is yours.
Sure, Central, we can wait on the supplies. Instead, we're gonna finish contacting Africa after we continue Olga's training. Null Lance, Solace, Insanity. Null Lance seems like the best option. It is basically a beam of psychic energy that cuts through walls and enemies. But we have interception incoming! Move! Move! Initiate GTFO! Codename! Oh. Wow, that UFO has no idea how to form an interception. It just, like,
Clear,
decided to
Commander.
turn
No
around.
further sign of the pursuing UFO.
That's fine. We could have probably taken it on anyway. 2, 1, and contact West Africa. Do we... Oh, and a supply drop. I will point out that for some reason we never got the animation that you get when you contact another region. No idea. Probably just a game bug. Anyway, we have supplies. And Francesca has now got the insanity ability. She is insanely good.
Reading you loud and clear.
Schism.
Of course.
Oh, wow, did you hear that? What the heck? Yeah, the game broke in all sorts of bizarre ways. Probably because Francesca was using her
I
psionic
am
powers
sure you
on
will
the
find the
game.
results to be as intriguing as I do, Commander.
Central claims to have seen one of these things up close back in the day. Despite a lot of speculation, there was no pilot to be found once we pried it open.
Again, perhaps it was really small. Perhaps it was being controlled by, like, a bacteria or something. Okay, Berserker, Andromedon, Gatekeeper, they're all equally... I guess the Berserker's the shortest research
This
time.
fearsome creature, long referred to as a berserker, is clearly a genetic relation to the other mutant species we have encountered in the field. For reasons yet unknown, this particular variant is unique in that it is altogether consumed by what can only be described as blind rage, a thirst for combat, unlike any other creature we've encountered.
It's Advent, sir, but not as we know it. Meanwhile, I'm gonna keep harvesting the supplies. Communication from the Resistance. They have another mission for us. Operation Doom Tower. Neutralize target in Advent vehicle. We get supplies, we get intel. And we have Crow, Deadwood, Cypher, Lights Out, Mama Bear, and the Iron Lady. Remember, it's nice to get this guy alive, but if not, you can put him in the ground. Whatever it takes.
A human VIP working in collaboration with Advent is being moved through this area on one of their transport vehicles. The Resistance has asked that we step in and neutralize the target. We'll need to secure the area and destroy the enemy forces providing security. Bring the package home alive if possible, but don't take any chances.
I gotta say that Advent black car looks like it was designed by Cadillac or something. I'm guessing GM will still be making cars in 2035. Although I bet they'll be all electric.
Menace 1-5, target location confirmed. Move to engage. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
Understood. Moving, engaging, and eliminating. Immediately I'm moving my snipers onto the roof for the improved vantage point. Amanda Pierce, well, part of the advanced team here. We're just trying to draw a bead on these targets wherever they might be. Francesca Conti taking a step up, and Aaron Ryan making a dash. And finally, initially, well, we found 3 Archons having a little Archon party. I mean, you know, with their attention to looks, they are clearly the teenage girls of the Advent Forces. They're all like, I mean, I bet they're like face to face and they're still Snapchatting to each other over the internets. There's only one punishment for that kind of antisocial behavior. Grenades. Mama Bear tosses a grenade. Look at the bounce on that. She has some mad skills with that grenade launcher. She bounced it from the ground onto the roof. And that's why we have her on our team. Yeah, look at the way that thing stands. It's all like, look at my ripped body and my stylish golden wings. I mean, I'm so cool. You don't want to shoot me. I'm like super cutie here. Obviously, well, never mind. Yeah, Archons are just so shallow. They probably have their own super exclusive social networks. Things like Adventagram and Advent Chat. Yeah, never mind. But they also get to join the exclusive club of Dead Things. It's actually not that exclusive. And they are still not a fully fledged member just yet, but we will be doing our best. John Jacek moving over this way and deciding to apply the hacks to the light poles. Disorient enemies or gain control. I'm gonna go for disorient because it's 100%. 42% chance of success for the unlock. It's just not worth it. Erin Ryan is still in concealment. I'm gonna move her forward to act as the advanced guard. We're still looking for this VIP and get whatever info we can before we get there. Overwatch, go for the snipe, and it is down. Excellent work. You can just hear all the spare parts rattling around. Either that or it's a crowd applauding or something like that. And what's it gonna do? It's gonna take a shot at the mama bear.
Fire!
Oh, totally missed her. Ha! Is that all you got? Can't even shoot straight. On the other hand, yeah, that's how you shoot straight. Emily putting her plasma lance to great use. Mama bear, you gonna finish that off? Oh yeah. That is the kind of gunshots I like to see there.
Sure thing.
She also has the extra heavy war suit. Basically, it's like the exosuit, but a little more powerful, bigger armor, and there are some special weapons that you can design or you can research for it if you have time. Yeah, okay. That was a bit of a mistake. I should have moved her out of range, but at least she's wearing the war suit, so surviving a little better. With these hostiles cleared, Deadwood starts making advances on the next rooftop. We need to get to that VIP, and we need to incapacitate them. We have 9 turns. We've already wasted 3 dealing with the Archons. We have no idea what we're going to see, but I suspect, based on what I hear, that there will be at least a sectopod running around. Or rather, a sectopod stomping around.
Finally!
I'm basically trying to bring everyone over to the next rooftop so we can take advantage of the height advantage.
Hostile interceptors are inbound on your current position. Firebrand has a limited window to provide extraction.
See, one of the things I don't get, by the way, is Firebrand is supposed to be a troop transporter, and yet it seems to be fast enough to outrun the interceptors, as long as it isn't caught in the sky near its target. Surely that means those interceptors are really slow. Or maybe Firebrand has some sort of super secret stealth technology. I don't know. Just questions have been asked.
Stepping off.
Anyway, we're getting close to actually seeing the next group of enemies. Erin Ryan, up on the roof, she can't quite see, but she can hear that there's a bunch of enemies down there. Emily Scott is moving onto the roof, but she has to stand a little further back. If she moves, she will be seen, but Erin Ryan can move right up to the edge and hopefully won't get seen by enemies until we want them to see her.
Running!
I mean, it's not like they're really going to see her. They're more likely to feel the effects of her grand entrance to the scene, where she pretty much shoots everyone.
This is the one, right?
That looks like him.
Target identity confirmed.
I like the way he's cowering next to the car. Actually, I don't like that because it means we have to be very careful not to blow up that car. We don't want to kill the VIP. We would prefer to bring the VIP home alive so that we can extract whatever information we need using enhanced interrogation techniques. I mean, none of those tricks work on the aliens, but yeah, this individual, this collaborator, is still very human. Anyway, I made a stupid mistake earlier when I didn't even try to mind control any of the Archons. The only thing left right now appears to be this regular trooper. And I then make the mistake of controlling that trooper, which suddenly triggers the next pod. That wasn't the smartest move I've made in this game, but whatever, we're gonna start killing these things. Emily Scott takes a good shot, but the real change right now is gonna be John Jasek, also known as Cypher, with his ability to perform Haywire Protocol. Feedback or shutdown control, we're going for shutdown, and we get it. It buys us a couple of turns respite from that sectopod. Hopefully by the time that sectopod wakes up, all of his friends will be dead. Just like that. Good shot, Heather. Unfortunately, I make the mistake of trying to run to a better vantage point, forgetting that I hadn't eliminated everything that was in Overwatch. Heather takes a ton of damage, but she's still standing. Time for Mimic Beacon deployment. It just jumps up and it says, "Yoo-hoo! I'm over here! Please shoot me!" And meanwhile, of course, Mama Bear brings the armor shredding onto that advanced mech. I like how it turns around and then looks at its the nearest enemy, which is that trooper there. That trooper should also be protected by the Mimic Beacon as well, so that'll give me a little more insurance. Yep, look, the mech just runs past it and then decides to attack that Mimic Beacon. Oh, 8 points of damage, but still alive for now. Anybody else out there got some plans? Wanna shoot at an XCOM member? Oh, you're outflanking the hologram, and you still don't realize that it's a fake. I like how Jacek is like super worried about losing one of his squad mates. He's convinced that it's a real squad member as well. And for some bizarre reason, that trooper decided not to attack my trooper in the back. Heather taking a quick lightning hands there, and then immediately following with face-off. 1, 2, 3. 3 shots, but we didn't kill anything. We did, however, weaken them. Well, let's see if we can finish these off. Heather? Well, 5 points of damage is nice, but it ain't down just yet. What about the Iron Lady? Can you put that thing down? Excellent. That's 1 mech down, 1 to go.
Confirmed.
We still have plenty of threats out there, so it's time to deploy Mimic Beacon number 2 into pretty much the same spot as before. Also, it's Turncoat time, and he leads off with a grenade attack on his former compatriot and the nearby Sectopod. With that excellent performance in time, perhaps you need some inspiration. What could you do if you had just one more action? You would shoot that mech. That is a life decision which I can totally respect here. Jacek, can you move into range? I believe your combat protocol should do some excellent damage against that mech. And it is down. But now the enemy gets their chance to respond. First of all, this is gonna attack my, or is setting up to attack my Mimic. Can it do it after 2 moves? Apparently it can, but it can't hit. Well, that's a relief that the Mimic Beacon is still alive. There's at least one other trooper out there with 1 hit point, and he's running around freaking out the local populace. Oh, he is a crack shot. Good thing that he is about to be killed by my overwhelming forces. Sectopod getting hit hard, but it's still standing. No armor left. Emily Scott taking the shot and missing, knocking a big hole in the roof. That is not what we pay you for. Heather! Yeah, 10 points of damage there. Come on, we're doing serious damage. Everyone chip in. Hey, Trooper Dude. Oh, Trooper Dude, you missed.
If you say so.
What the heck? This is why we're not going to be able to hire you. You're failing our interview process here. Erin, on the other hand, she has the plasma shotgun thing. Nice. 9 points of damage, but it ain't dead yet. What else can we offer? Another combat protocol against the Sectopod. Look, get out of there, Gremlin! Get out of there! Oh, okay. That would be kind of sad if you could lose the Gremlin because the thing exploded. But no, the game doesn't let that happen. Francesca finally deploys her soul fire. My soul's on fire.
Menace 1-5, hostile interceptors are on high-speed approach. Your window for extraction is closing.
That's okay, because we've pretty much shut down the threat here. Elite Trooper runs up, moves over there into cover. The Elite Trooper is unfortunately unable to perform the knockout action, the stun, the incapacitate action, whatever. Everyone else moving on towards the drop zone or the recovery zone. Erin Ryan runs up. I wish she could get an extra punch at the end, because, I mean, she can run up with a sword and attack that dude, but she can't run up and punch that dude unconscious. That doesn't make sense to me. Would be nice if Rangers had the ability to go up and deliver that kind of damage on a dash move. I think it would be really interesting, actually, if somebody could mod the game to add more stealth to these kind of missions, because it would be pretty cool to have taken that, like, mind-controlled that dude and make him walk away without anyone following him. But
Target
hey,
package in custody.
Carry the unit. We're calling it a unit. He's actually a VIP.
Right?
Yes,
Okay,
that's the
I'll
one. Move your butt all over here. Get your ass. Wait, what the heck kind of route is that? Anyway, Trooper, you're fired. I'm sorry, but we've decided that your position is no longer relevant and we are eliminating your services. I something like that.
Let's move already.
Everyone, get to the evac zone ASAP. We may have some hostiles coming in. We just gotta move fast. Let's do this. Everyone get in there.
Hostiles advancing in our position.
This, never mind.
5, you're out of
Just
time.
get out of here.
Back point. Now.
Everyone. We gotta extract everyone. So if we can't make it into the evac zone, the people will be left behind. You can get a chance to rescue them later, but it's better to get them all out in the
VIP
evac
secure and in
zone.
position for evac.
Anyway, thanks to the power of editing, I didn't need to make you watch me move all my troops into the end zone. Instead, we can just
Ready to boogie.
skip through to the final evac as John leaves them behind and brings his gremlin with him.
Mission accomplished.
Operation Doom Tower was a high-quality success. Couple of small injuries, but otherwise, the team seemed to be in pretty good spirits. New record of 6.92 damage per attack. But nobody got any promotions. Gravely wounded Heather James and lightly wounded Mama Bear. And Kofi Fofana gets to see the inside of my
Commander.
cells. Hello! Goodbye. I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.